You're listening to Pop Culture Weekly with Kyle McMahon, presented by 92.9 Tom FM, an iHeart radio station.
What's up? And welcome to Pop Culture Weekly with Kyle McMahon. I, of course, am Kyle McMahon, and this is episode 46 of Pop Culture Weekly. Insane. Every week, I'm just astounded by, that we keep on going and you guys keep on listening and more people join in. Last week, as you know, was my interview with Deepak Chopra. The response to that has been incredible. There's tens of thousands of views on the videos. You guys are just so awesome. Thank you. I know it was a little bit different from, the pop culture stuff that we normally stick to, but I thought it was really important, especially during this time. As you know, right now, the show is different in and of itself because, we're not doing what we watched this week, what came out this week, all that kind of thing. It's been more interview oriented because I can't have anybody in the studio. So we're doing Zoom interviews and you get to see the videos. And if you want to watch them early and then listen to it on the podcast as well. So today I have superstar, country legend, amazing person, author, TV show host, the one and only Martina McBride. I talked to her about she did an appearance on Songland on NBC, and she got an amazing song out of it called Girls Like Me. So I talked to her about doing Songland and Girls Like Me. I also talk about her incredible philanthropy, as well as her music career and what we can expect from her next album. So you get all that right here today on Pop Culture Weekly. So let's get to it. It's the one and only Martina McBride. So I am here with the one and only, the icon, incredible singer, philanthropist, Martina McBride.
Hi.
Hi. Thank you so much for speaking with me. I have got to say, you are incredible. Your catalog is absolutely brilliant, and your songs are such anthems. So I'm so excited to talk to you, especially about your new song, Girls Like Me from Songland.
Yes.
So first of all, going back a little bit, you do these big anthems. And, they're just, so many of them are empowering, self-empowering, and just belt out at the top of your lungs. Has that been purposeful for you throughout your career?
It really hasn't. It really wasn't a specific choice that I made. I was just drawn to these songs and they happened to be, kind of loud and rangy. And so, when I started out doing this, my first record was a very traditional country record, which I grew up with. But I also grew up singing like Pat Benatar and Linda Ronstadt and Journey and Heart. And so it just took me a couple albums to really find my sound, I guess. And which is kind of a mixture of traditional country and those kind of singers. So those were just the songs I was drawn to.
I got to say, so my mom is the one who got me into you. She is a huge fan. And so I learned Whatever You Say on guitar. She had bought me your greatest hits album. And so I used to sing that to her all the time. And such an incredible song, as so many of your songs are. So,
thank you.
Of course. So
That has a cool guitar solo too.
Yeah, I wasn't doing a guitar solo, but I was chopping out the chords and singing it for her. So your body of work has been really timeless. And that is a testament to the songs that you sing. How do you feel about that, knowing that, people from your, first hit to today, people are still playing your stuff, and just like it was released yesterday?
Well, that's amazing. I think anybody who gets into a career like this hopes for 10 good years. That's like really a great career. And so I've been able to do it a lot longer than that. And it's amazing. I mean, I think it's a testament, goes back to the songwriters. Songwriters are that's why I loved to do Songland, because songwriters are very near and dear to me. They're a huge part of why I have the songs that I have and the career that I have. So, and then the fans, the fact that the fans have stayed with me for so long and are introducing me to new fans. It's amazing. It's just awesome.
One of the incredible things about you is that you have been so huge in philanthropy. You have started your own organization. You've given so much to other organizations. Why has that been important for you?
I was raised in a rural community in Kansas, very, very small town. I was raised on a farm, but the town I went to high school in was about 180 people. So everybody just looked out for each other. It was a way, it was a community. And so when I got to be, have some success, I wanted to do something to give back. And also I have to say that the song Independence Day was probably the catalyst as well for me really becoming really passionate about trying to find some way to help end domestic violence and child abuse. And so that awoke in me some kind of, I don't know, like a passion to try to help and to give something back. And that was really probably the first, I went on to be the spokesperson for the National Network to End Domestic Violence and a few other things. And so that was where I really got started in that. And then, with Team Music is Love, we have an organization called Team Music is Love, and we just look for the need. We've done a lot of work to end hunger. We go out on our tours, and sometimes we do volunteer things in the cities that we play in to give back to the community. So I don't know, I feel like I've been really blessed, and it's just something I feel strongly about, to help other people, to be part of a global community.
I love that. And I love that your fans have also rallied around that too. And, it's so incredible to see this movement that you've started. It's really, really an awesome thing. And I give such huge kudos to you for doing that and making that such a pillar of your career.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Of course, because you mentioned touring, you made a decision which I, in my opinion, is a pretty bold move to, as you were raising your daughters, to take a little bit of a step back of, a grueling schedule, to have a little bit less of a grueling schedule to raise your daughters. And that is, that's a move that not a lot of people make. And can you explain that choice?
Well, when I had my first child, we kept right on touring. She just went on the bus with us. We toured internationally and here, obviously, until she got to be school age. When she got to be kindergarten, I think I just wanted her to have some structure, and I wanted her to have a similar kind of experience that I had, where she, you go to school every day. So we pulled back touring then, and we just started touring only on the weekends, really, and in the summer. And so I don't know, I think it was partly for me, it might have been because I was tired and I needed a break. I look back on it and maybe it wasn't as selfless as it comes off, but also I just wanted her to have some structure and some stability. And so that was the reason why I did it. And I don't regret it at all. And I went on to have 2 more daughters, as you know, and, they're all really happy, healthy, well-adjusted young women. And so I wouldn't have traded that time with them for anything.
That's awesome. And then, so to Songland, this is, I love that you did this. Tell me about your experience. Why were you like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to do that. That's, and you jumped in head first.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm friends with one of the producers, Dave Stewart, who asked me to be on the show. And as I said earlier, songwriters are have such a special place in my heart for songwriters. And so I just I wanted to be a part of it. It's such a great show in that all of it, like behind the scenes, when you first get there, everybody is so kind and welcoming and positive, And as I watched the show, I noticed that it's a positive show. Like nobody's trying to tear anybody down. Everybody's truly mentoring these songwriters and encouraging them and giving them good, solid, honest advice. And it's just something that I wanted to be a part of. And I got a great song out of it. So
yeah.
yeah.
So the song "Girls Like Me" was written originally by Haley, and that's the song you ended up choosing. You had some really good choices there, and you gave some great feedback, and I think all of them took that feedback into their final version. How as you listened to these songs, what were you thinking in regards to being Martina McBride, potentially, recording these?
Yeah, well, they were all great songs. I just, at the end of the day, went with the one that felt like I could relate to it the most. And, part of the challenge with that song was Haley was 19 when she wrote it. And it sounds very young. The lyric as it was sounded like she was going through whatever she was going through right at that moment. And I didn't think that'd be too believable for me. My fans have been with me a long time. They know I've been married for almost 32 years. I have 3 kids. I'm not going through turmoil right now. So I wanted to sing it from a point of view of how can I say, we all go through this. We all have insecurities and it's going to be okay. And, we're going to get through it and just like in a way of giving advice to someone. And we were able to do that. And so I feel like, I think a lot of people see me as I wanted to come off as like a mother, a friend, a sister, that kind of thing.
I love it. And then with your advice, the song just transformed into a huge kind of self-empowerment, sing-along, epic. And I love that. Doing that now, doing Songland, has that at all changed anything about the way you think of songwriting or going into your next record?
I don't think it's changed the way I think of songwriting. I mean, I've always known songwriting is a very mysterious thing. It's elusive, it can be. I started out my career not really writing songs. I was just happy to be an interpreter of these amazing songs. But I did start writing, and when you're in a room with other writers or you're trying to come up with an idea on your own, it's a lot of fun when it comes together, but it can be pretty tedious. So I have a super huge respect for songwriters that do this every day and make a living doing it or try to make a living doing it. And that's their dream, is to hear their song on the radio or have a song that affects somebody and makes somebody feel something. So, I mean, I've always had a great respect for songwriters. And I think Songland, if anything, it just, made that even bigger.
Like reinforced it for you. It's been a few years since you've had a record of, you did the Christmas record. Prior to that, it was a couple of years before that you had a non-Christmas record. When can we expect the next one? What are you thinking?
I'm really taking my time, obviously. It's been 4 years with this the new album. I really feel like what I want to do with this new record is tell my story. I feel like I've told a lot of other people's stories, sang stories for people. Like, I want to tell your story. I want you to be able to relate to whatever I'm singing about, and I want it to help you in your life. I feel like it's time for me to tell my story. And I think that's going to take a little bit of digging and a little bit of time. But when it comes out, hopefully it'll be an intimate kind of glimpse into, my life at this stage in my life. Yeah.
I love that. That's exciting to look forward to. And touring, once we return to some semblance of normalcy, are you going to be hitting the road?
Oh yeah. I mean, I won't say never stop touring, but I love touring. I love making that connection with people and being on stage. And so I'm so ready to get back out on the road and sing.
Awesome. Martina McBride, thank you so much for speaking with me and, for all that you've done throughout your career, for so many people, for shining a light on so many important issues, giving so much of your time and money and influence to, people that need it, and just being awesome.
Thank you.
Thank
Great
you.
to talk with you.
Great to talk with you. Thank you.
All right. Take care.
You too.
Be safe.
You too. Bye-bye. Martina freaking McBride. What a class act. What a superstar. Huge heart, huge personality, huge voice. She's just so incredible, and I am honored to have been able to talk with her. I know you guys are going to enjoy this one. Let me know what you think. Hit me up on social at Pop Culture Podcast, CA, on Twitter and, of course, Instagram, Facebook, Pop Culture Weekly. And, you know, you can find me on all the socials. Just search Kyle McMahon, normally at KMacMusic on Twitter and Instagram, at Real Kyle McMahon on Facebook. I will see you all next week. Got some more exciting interviews lined up just for you.
You're listening to Pop Culture Weekly with Kyle McMahon, presented by 92.9 Tom FM, an iHeart radio station.
Martina freaking McBride. I interviewed Martina McBride. She is an icon, a legend, a superstar, and I love her.